Isn't it strange, my friend? Even without drinking too much water at night, you still find yourself waking up repeatedly to urinate. For many elders across India, this has become a familiar pattern. You go to bed exhausted, but just when your body needs its deepest rest, your bladder interrupts. You rise once, sometimes twice, and by morning you're not refreshed. Instead, your knees feel weak, your eyes heavy, and sometimes even your breath feels short. But here's the soft truth. In many cases, the culprit isn't age or illness, it's food. Yes, certain common foods we eat in the evening may quietly agitate the bladder. In this video, I'll explain 6 such foods you should avoid and suggest alternatives that support better sleep and fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. But first, tell me in the comments, where are you watching this from, and what time is it right now? Your presence, even briefly, is meaningful to me. And if you find this helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future tips. At night, dear friend, your body doesn't just want rest. It absolutely needs it. After a day of walking, talking, thinking, and digesting, your entire system slows down naturally. Your heartbeat softens, blood pressure lowers a little, and your kidneys begin to wind down so your body can repair itself peacefully. But here's what many elders across India don't realize. Some of the foods we eat at night silently disrupt this healing. They make your kidneys work overtime, fill your bladder quickly, and pull you out of deep sleep. Let's be honest, it isn't always sickness or old age causing you to get up again and again to urinate at night. Sometimes it's simply a wrong food choice made too late in the day. For instance, meals rich in salt, like spicy sabzi with extra achar or salty snacks, cause the body to flush out water to maintain balance. That water leaves as urine, usually around midnight. Also consider sugar. If you have sweets like halwa or rasgulla after dinner, your blood sugar spikes. Your kidneys respond by filtering more blood to remove the sugar, which again disturbs your sleep. And don't forget caffeine. Many people enjoy tea in the evening, but caffeine stimulates the brain and acts as a diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more. No wonder so many elders find themselves awake at 2 or 3 a.m. after a late cup of chai. Lastly, acidic foods like oranges, mozambi, or tamarind chutney can irritate the bladder lining. They create the urge to urinate even if the bladder isn't full. If your system is sensitive, this becomes a major reason you wake up at night. Let me share a small story with you. Just last month, an elderly gentleman from Indore reached out to me. He is 70 years old, a retired headmaster, and was facing a troubling issue, waking up 3 times every night to pass urine. After dinner, he always had a bowl of watermelon, thinking it was light and good for digestion. But once he began eating the fruit at lunch instead, and switched to warm ajwain water in the evening, his sleep improved dramatically. From waking 3 times, he went down to just once, and now he starts his mornings feeling fresh and alert. These are the small changes that hold deep wisdom. Food is more than taste or habit. It carries instructions for the body. The right food at the right time tells the organs, it's time to rest, not time to work. Tells the bladder to settle, not to stir. So when you prepare your evening meal, remember, your plate can be your healing or your nighttime interruption. Having a fresh orange or a chilled glass of mozambi juice after dinner feels like a smart, healthy move. It's light, full of vitamin C, and soothing after a meal. But for older adults, especially those who wake up often at night to urinate, this habit might quietly worsen things. Citrus fruits like mozambi, orange, or even lemon water are rich in natural acids. While small doses are okay, consuming them at night can irritate your bladder's inner lining. That irritation makes the bladder sensitive, so even a little urine feels urgent. Imagine your body at night. You're lying down, your mind slowly calming, your muscles relaxing, and your bladder sends out a signal. That leftover acidity is telling your brain, get up, it's time. Even if your bladder isn't full, the urge comes. Ayurveda teaches us that the digestive fire, called Agni, slows down after sunset. At this point, foods that are cold, heavy, or acidic can create imbalance. Sour foods like citrus disrupt the dashas, especially pitta, and this imbalance often shows up as disturbed sleep and a bladder that refuses to settle. An elderly gentleman from Vadodara recently shared something interesting with me. He is 72 years old and takes his health very seriously. Every night after dinner, he would eat 2 sweet limes, thinking they helped his digestion and boosted his immunity. Yet, he kept waking 2 or 3 times a night to urinate. When he discovered that acidic fruits could irritate the bladder at night, he made one small shift. He stopped eating sweet limes after 7 p.m. and began having a few slices of ripe papaya or half a banana instead. Within a week, his nighttime trips reduced. By the 3rd week, he could sleep through the night undisturbed. This is the gift of tuning into your body with gentle awareness. We don't have to avoid fruits, but we must eat them at the right hour. Citrus fruits are best enjoyed in the morning or early afternoon. In the evening, go for mellow, soft options like papaya, banana, or even some warm, steamed apple. So next time you reach for sweet lime or orange after dinner, just pause and ask yourself, will this help me rest or disturb my sleep? That tiny moment of thought can turn your night into a calm blessing. And at our age, restful nights are not just comfort, they're nourishment for the body, the heart, and the soul. That quiet cup of tea in the evening means more than flavor. It's a routine, a comfort, maybe even a companion after a long day. Many seniors enjoy that cup of chai or sometimes even a mild coffee, hoping it'll refresh their thoughts or ease fatigue. But, dear friend, sometimes this soothing ritual is the invisible reason your sleep gets broken. Caffeine, the key substance in tea, coffee, and even dark chocolate, is a stimulant. It sharpens the mind, wakes you up, and offers temporary energy, but it also nudges your kidneys to release more urine. That's why it's often called a natural diuretic. Now think, after age 60, your body processes caffeine more slowly than it used to. A younger person might flush it out in 4 to 6 hours, but for older adults, especially with sluggish metabolism or early kidney issues, caffeine can linger in the system for 8 hours or longer. So if you drink tea at 5 p.m. or nibble on a bit of chocolate after dinner, that caffeine could still be circulating at midnight. Your body may feel tired, but your bladder remains active, and then, just like that, you're up at 2 a.m., walking to the bathroom again, wondering why rest never stays through the night. One auntie from Coimbatore, aged 65, once spoke about her evenings. Around 6:30 p.m., she and her husband would sit together and enjoy a sweet cup of chai while watching the news. Felt soothing, yes, but she soon noticed broken sleep. Sometimes twice, sometimes even 3 times, she'd wake to use the bathroom. After understanding how caffeine impacts night urination, she tried something different. She began sipping tulsi water instead. No milk, no sugar, just a mild herbal tea. Gradually, her nights grew peaceful, her sleep more settled. Ayurveda supports this too. After sunset, our system slows down, the digestive fire cools, and our nerves look for calm. When we introduce caffeine at this hour, it upsets that balance. It makes the mind active and the bladder more alert. If evening drinks give you joy, choose better ones. A calming chamomile infusion or jeera water can soothe the gut and ease the body. Even a warm glass of milk with haldi can aid rest. So, my dear, you needn't abandon comfort, just make wiser choices. What we sip at night should bring peace, not tension. And in this season of life, deep rest is not optional. It's necessary. Let each drink in the evening whisper calm, not disruption. Dinner often feels like a feast of love. Steaming hot dal, rich sabzis, masala-laced curries, and golden rotis fresh from the tawa. For many elders, this is the most comforting part of the day. The kitchen aroma, the favorite dishes, the satisfaction. Yet sometimes, the very food that pleases the taste buds can quietly steal sleep. Late-night spicy or oily meals increase inner heat. In Ayurveda, this is called a pitta imbalance. The result? Not just digestive strain but also an overstimulated bladder. The stomach feels unsettled, and you toss at night with repeated trips to urinate. Dishes loaded with garam masala, deep-fried puris, or red chili-laden gravies take longer to digest. Your gut stays active even after bedtime. That inner activity leads to gas, slight swelling, and general unease. And as the gut becomes disturbed, the bladder follows suit. At first, you may not connect the dots, but slowly your sleep starts breaking up. You roll from one side to another, your mind remains alert, and when rest finally arrives, the urge to urinate takes it away. A respected elder from Mysore, aged 71, once described his habits. Each evening, he would enjoy spicy aloo matar with fresh rotis. It was his favorite dish. But soon, he began waking twice, even thrice, during the night. When he consulted Dr. Kailan Desai, he learned that his bladder wasn't weak, it was overstimulated by heavy food. So, he tried a simple change. Instead of curry, he opted for light mung dal soup, flavored with ginger, jeera, and turmeric. In just a week, he noticed his body felt cooler. By 2 weeks, his sleep improved, and now he wakes only once or not at all. Spices like ginger, cumin, and haldi are gentle on the stomach. They aid digestion without raising internal heat. A light broth at night offers warmth without heaviness. Even soft steamed veggies with a hint of ghee can suffice. The truth is, at this age, the body speaks more clearly. It signals discomfort sooner. And food should not only fill, it should flow. A calm belly leads to restful nights. A simple meal leads to uninterrupted sleep. So, dear one, when tempted by rich gravies at 8 p.m., gently ask your body, will this bring ease or disturb my rest? The body always speaks. We only have to hear it. Evenings hold a quiet charm. After daily chores, many settle in with a light treat. Maybe some crispy chakli, a few salty peanuts, or a handful of bhujia. Feels innocent, even relaxing. But for older adults, this habit can quietly disrupt the deep rest their body craves. Salt, in moderation, is vital. It supports the body's natural rhythm. Yet, when consumed in excess, especially in the evening, it behaves differently. At first, it causes water retention. You may feel puffiness or slight heaviness. But later, the kidneys begin to flush it out, pulling water with it. Imagine this process happening at midnight or 3 a.m., right when the body is winding down. The kidneys stay busy, the bladder fills quickly, and suddenly you're heading to the toilet. And this isn't just once. For many seniors, it becomes routine. One wake-up is fine, but 2 or 3, that fragments sleep. You rise feeling worn, your pressure may spike, your legs feel unsteady. As we age, the kidneys become less efficient, more reactive to salt. What you handled well at 45 or 50 becomes harder now at 70. That's why even basic salted snacks can increase nighttime urination quietly. Let me share a story of Auntie Sushila from Vadodara. She is 69, still lively, still full of laughter. But for several months, she kept waking up twice every night. Her sugar levels and blood pressure were well managed, yet her rest remained disturbed. One evening, her granddaughter noticed she was snacking on spicy sev while watching her favorite TV drama. When she swapped that namkeen with roasted makhana and a few unsalted almonds, gently warmed in ghee, something shifted. Within a week, she woke just once. By day 10, she slept right through. The change was small but powerful. You see, our body never says, stop living. It simply whispers, listen better. If your mouth desires something crunchy, satisfy it, with care and awareness. There are many traditional Indian snacks that are both tasty and kidney-friendly. So next time your hand reaches for that spicy packet, pause and ask, will this support my rest or disturb my night? The body will always reply, softly, sincerely, and your sleep, if cared for, can heal you better than any tablet ever could. We are raised to think fruits are always good for us, and mostly they are, especially in older age. Fruits are light on the stomach, rich in nutrients, and simple to digest. But even healthy choices sometimes need adjusting, especially with timing. Fruits like papaya, melon, and cucumber contain lots of water. On hot afternoons, they hydrate the body and cool it down. But close to bedtime, they can silently become the reason you rise at night. You may not notice it at first, but your bladder does. After sunset, the body begins its wind down. Digestion slows, kidneys prepare for sleep. But when we eat watery fruits post-dinner, we send in a wave of liquid. The fluid enters the bloodstream, the kidneys awaken, and soon they flush it out. By midnight or 2 a.m., your bladder fills and you wake. This pattern, repeated nightly, creates quiet harm. It's not just about going to the toilet, it's about disturbed sleep, broken dreams, groggy mornings. It's the confusion of never feeling truly rested, all triggered by one innocent wedge of melon eaten too late. Let me tell you about Mr. Hariharan from Trivandrum. He is 70, still energetic, walks each morning, and follows a clean diet. But for nearly 3 months, his nights were restless, waking up twice, sometimes even thrice, to use the washroom. He blamed it on aging or maybe prostate issues. But during a visit to Dr. Kailan Desai, he was asked a simple but thoughtful question: "What do you eat after dinner?" His reply: "A bowl of cucumber and slices of watermelon." That night, he made a change. He swapped those fruits for a few dried mango pieces and some soaked dates. Within days, his sleep deepened, first waking once and soon not at all. You see, fruits are a gift, but like all gifts, they need timing. Fruits high in water content are best enjoyed in daylight, ideally before 6 or 7 in the evening. Later at night, go for lighter options. A few raisins soaked in water, a dried fig or two, or a bit of banana can ease cravings without troubling the bladder. In this phase of life, friends, sleep becomes sacred. It rebuilds strength, soothes the nerves, and refreshes the soul. Let's protect that sleep, not interrupt it with well-meant habits that quietly harm. Let dinner and dessert be gentle on your system, so your night flows peacefully, like the calm breeze that rustles the coconut palms outside your home. No Indian dinner feels quite finished without something sweet. A syrupy peta, a warm jalebi fresh from the pan, or maybe a bowl of payasam made with love. These small treats have long brought delight after tiring days. But in our later years, when the body grows more sensitive, even small sweets taken at the wrong hour can have lasting effects. Refined sugar, especially white sugar, is digested very quickly. It sends a rush of glucose into the blood, causing a spike in sugar levels. To bring things back into balance, the body responds swiftly. Insulin is released, and the kidneys begin filtering out the excess sugar, pushing it into the urine. This silent process becomes loud hours later, when the bladder fills and wakes you up. You get out of bed, head to the bathroom, and return only to toss and turn. Sleep becomes scattered. For younger folks, this sugar surge may pass unnoticed. Their bodies adjust quickly. But post-60, everything slows down. Metabolism, insulin activity, kidney function. The same sweet that once gave warmth now burdens the system, especially when it's eaten too close to bedtime. Let me share a simple story from Coimbatore. Uncle Venkatesh, 74 years old, had a sweet habit: 2 soft gulab jamuns after dinner, every night. He believed they helped with digestion. But for months, he kept waking up twice, sometimes even 3 times, to visit the toilet. His sugar levels were slightly elevated, not diabetic, but not ideal either. During a visit, Dr. Kailan Desai gently told him, "Let's reduce sugar after sunset." So Uncle Venkatesh made one small shift. Instead of syrupy sweets, he began sipping warm water with half a teaspoon of honey before bed. The results surprised him. He felt lighter, he slept deeper, and his bladder no longer woke him up as often. You see, it's not about removing joy from our meals. At this age, we've earned our comfort. But now, the body asks for gentler pleasures. A bit of natural sweetness, taken at the right time, can bring peace, not pressure. If you still feel like having something sweet after dinner, try a warm glass of milk with a pinch of turmeric, a few soaked dates, or even a small slice of ripe banana. These simple options calm the heart and spare the body. Because every full night of sleep is more than rest. It's medicine for the soul. Let the sweetness remain in your smile, your words, your memories, not just on your plate. May your nights be light, your rest be deep, and your heart stay sweet, always. Dinner, by tradition, was always meant to be light and early. But today, many elders end up eating late, sometimes after 9 p.m., a habit formed during working years or due to family routines. Sadly, the body after 60 doesn't adapt to such delays. After sunset, our metabolism slows. As Ayurveda says, the digestive fire, or Agni, begins to dim. A heavy meal late at night forces the body to work overtime, unsettling the stomach and activating the bladder. That's why having dinner before 7 p.m. is one of the most powerful steps you can take to reduce nighttime urination. And what we eat matters, too. Instead of oily or spicy dishes, choose something light. Warm mung dal soup, soft khichdi, or a single roti with steamed lauki or tinda. These help digestion finish early so your bladder isn't triggered while you sleep. Also, limit water intake after 8 p.m. A few sips are fine, but avoid large glasses, especially for those with slower kidney function. If needed, some find comfort in age-old herbs. Under guidance, gentle remedies like ashwagandha, gakshura, or triphala can support kidney health and promote deeper sleep. At this stage in life, it's not about eating less, it's about eating wisely. And when we follow the body's rhythm, even small changes can restore long-lost peace to our nights and bring new strength to our mornings. So today, we went through how little changes, lighter dinners, gentler sweets, and care for the bladder can bring back the gift of deep, peaceful sleep. It's not about giving up what we enjoy. It's about listening to our body with patience and love. If this message spoke to you or reminded you of your own story, please share it in the comments or just write the word hope. Because even one small step toward healing starts with hope. And if this video was helpful, do subscribe, press the bell icon, and share it with someone dear to you. May your nights be calm, your sleep healing, and your mornings gentle, like sunlight rising slowly over the quiet temple courtyards of a peaceful town. Take care, and I'll see you soon with another message made just for you.